Good afternoon, welcome back. It is the first day of December this Friday, December 1st, 2023. We've only got a few more weeks. We've got 31 more days left in this year, 31 more days of this birthdays and events project. So, not sure what all we got as far as birthdays, because I don't know who really has birthdays in December, but I know who has birthdays on December 1st now. We do have one event to talk about. It is a Cup Series race, and it's a pretty historic one. Happened back in 1963, and it counted towards the third race of the 1964 schedule. So here we are with that crazy calendar again, and it was in the Jacksonville area at, I think it was called Speedway Park. The Jacksonville 200, won by Mr. Wendell Scott. His first and only career then Grand National, now Cup Series win. Of course, Wendell was the first black driver to win in NASCAR, but he was originally not flagged the winner. Buck Baker was flagged the winner and given the money and the trophy and etc. Wendell filed a protest, and I can't remember if it was that day or a couple of days later. NASCAR said, "Yeah, Wendell, you're right. You won. Here's your check." So he never did get the accolades. He never did get the trophy. I think NASCAR did provide him a replica trophy of that. But nonetheless, he is a winner in the NASCAR Cup Series. So let's start with some birthdays. Born on this day in 1981. Made some Truck Series starts over the year. And runs really well at the big tracks. Mr. Chris Fontaine. Our next birthday takes us all the way back to 1960. Born on this date. Several Xfinity Series starts. I want to say he had 70 or 80 over the course of his career. And his best finish came in his first Xfinity Series start, which was a 16th place in the 2002 Busch Series race, now Xfinity Series race at Talladega. And that'd be Mr. Larry Gunselman. I recommend you go back and watch that race because there was a crazy 27-car wreck on lap 13, 14 thereabouts. Wiped out a lot of good cars, and Tim Fedewa, who was scheduled to start and park that day, he was in turn one. He had just crossed the start-finish line when the accident happened. And you can see when the accident finishes, you can kind of see him slowing down coming around turn two. And he missed the accident, and he finished third in that race. He ended up placing third on the lead lap. He had some severe burns to his feet that day because, again, he was scheduled to start and park. The car was not insulated to be a 300-mile car, but he did tough it out, finished third, and got a really good payday out of it. So we do have two birthdays with cards, and I'm not sure where to start at because both of these are pretty interesting birthdays. So we will just start with this one because I grabbed it first. Born on this day in 1945, former Busch Series car owner, former Cup Series car owner. And if I remember correctly, it doesn't state it on this card, but he was one of the early owners of the original Charlotte Hornets team. That'd be Mr. Ted Conder. So here's some information about Mr. Conder. And you see it doesn't mention anything about it on there, but I know Felix and Ted had something to do with that. But also, Co, the CO in his last name, is the co-part of Sabco. He was partners with Felix Sabates for a long time. And our second and final birthday with a card, born on this day in 1972. Son of a former part-time stuntman, or full-time stuntman, part-time Cup driver, and the original Skull Bandit driver, Stan Barrett, with Stanton Barrett. Of course, this is the parallel card of Trackside from 2003. But he didn't have many cards out there, and he had a unique sponsorship from this Odo band. And I think it was a deal where, depending on how much marketing that they got from the company, that would determine how many races that he would get to run in that car that year. And it really ended up not being a whole lot, but it's still a pretty innovative process. I remember Boris said had the same thing with Sobe back in the late 90s, early 2000s in the Cup Series. His motto was run more races, or sell more cases, run more races. And that was what they did. The more they sold, the more he could run. But anyway, that has been birthdays and events for this Friday, December 1st. We will be back tomorrow. We'll have some kind of rip. Not sure what we're going to rip just yet, but we'll have something for you. And we'll also have another birthdays and events. Again, that guy, if we get that guy to work weekends for Fast Packs, we could probably have something going on here. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Really, really do appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. We are ever so close to hitting that 2,000 subscriber milestone. And when we get there, we're not going to have a giveaway yet. I want to do that at 2,500. I think that's a better number to shoot for. We'll do a giveaway at 2,500, but we got to get to 2,000 first, and we're almost there. So let's make that happen, guys. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.